Christmas desserts are where it's at, but you don't need to be stressed out because we are doing a make-ahead dessert. This is my dark chocolate Christmas torte. Chocolate torte is a flourless chocolate cake, but it is so delicious, rich, indulgent without being too overpowering. I've really stripped this down into a simple, easy recipe to follow. I'm so excited to share with you, and I'm excited about these ingredients. This just reminds me of Christmas. I've got some little snacking roasted nuts that we're going to use, and these delightful raspberries. These are in season at the moment. I love Christmas seasonal fruit, especially here in SA. We're very lucky to get stone fruit, and it's amazing. Now, it's really important to use a dark chocolate around 70%, so I'm going for the good old gold. What we can do is just simply break this up and get it straight into our bowl. Chocolate's in there, so that was a whole block, 180 grams. I've made this recipe so simple and easy to remember. 180 grams of salted butter straight in there. So I'm just going to pop this in the microwave on 50% power for about 3 minutes until this is all melted. See, that is wonderfully melted. We'll just give that a quick whisk, and then we can go in with 180 grams of caster sugar. I'm just going to leave that cool slightly, and while we do that, we'll prepare our pan. I'm just going to use a bit of leftover butter on paper towel to wipe this in the pan. Now, because this is a really sugary, almost sticky cake, it does stick to the pan even though this is a non-stick pan. So we're just going to line it with some baking paper to make it really easy to lift out once it's cooked. Our chocolate mix is lukewarm, so now I'm going in with 4 eggs. Just crack them in. I like to add them one by one, giving a quick little whisk as we go. Most chocolate torte recipes require you to separate the yolks from the whites, beat the whites until they're fluffy, then fold them back through so you get that nice little lift and rise. That is too much effort. All that we're doing today, going straight in there. I'm using a little baking powder. Benefit of this is once you pull the cake out of the barbecue, it doesn't collapse down. Magic Christmas dust right here. So 180 grams of almond meal that can go straight in. And the baking powder. And now we just fold this through. Don't overwork the mixture. As soon as the baking powder activates, it's going to create these air bubbles, and we don't want to lose them. I've set up our queue for baking with our convection tray and trivet, preheated on high for 15 minutes. Our torte can go straight on, close the lid, and then turn that down to our baking setting. While our torte is cooking away, I'm going to make a delightful mascarpone whip. This is a really easy 2-ingredient, kind of like just whipped cream, but it has more structure because of the mascarpone. We'll get that straight in there. I think it's a really nice indulgent way to add cream to your desserts. And then we're going in with some thickened cream. Look at that, quick 30-second whip. You look like a boss if people think that's just thickened cream. Easy, that is all done. This can just go straight in the fridge, and we'll pull it out once we're ready to serve. I can smell that indulgent chocolate. Let's check it out, have a look if it's done. To test it, we're just going to use a skewer, insert it in, and if it comes out mostly clean, which that is, we know it's ready to come off. Perfect. Now, let this cool right down to room temperature. It is really hard to resist eating it at this point, but I promise if you put it in the fridge, it's going to help set it go really hard and fudgy and delicious, which means this is the perfect dessert to bake the day ahead. It's even better. How easy is that? So far, this dessert has been dead simple, right? So we've got a bit of room to play, a little way that we can go a bit bougie, and that is with some toffee shards. So I'm keeping it really simple, caster sugar straight in the pan. This is going straight onto the barbecue for about 10 minutes until it turns that really amber, nice and golden, and then I'm going to chop up and add these delicious roasted almonds straight on top. Our torte has chilled up nicely, and now we can turn it out. Let's pop a plate over it, flip it over, and then we can peel away that baking paper. Look at that, spectacular. We are gonna bougie this up with our delicious whipped mascarpone, raspberries, and our toffee shards. Now that we've got our little dollops of mascarpone whip, I'm just going on with some raspberries. I'm just going to snap these toffee shards. You could have fun with this. Swap out the nuts for something different. Maybe even candy cane could be fun. Look at that, amazing. Well, they taste delicious. Now we can just go straight on there. Have fun with it. Look at that. Because it's nice and fudgy, it's a good sturdy base for our toffee. Oh, well, I think that is pretty darn epic. This has to be one of my favorite Christmas desserts. We have so many delicious recipes on our website for all your Christmas inspiration, from baked hams, fish, vegetables, everything, right through to desserts. Check out that. Merry Christmas, everyone. Amazing. You have to try this.